My life's work was to create something which did not exist before. The problems of the human heart in conflict with itself. Only that is worth writing about.
William Faulkner helps us understand a lot about our Americanness, as well as the tortured racial history of this country.
He received the Nobel Prize. He was a star.
He brought a literary seriousness to an underrepresented part of the world.
Faulkner was seen as a voice of the New South.
Mourning, but also waving goodbye to the Old South and its values.
To understand the world, you must first understand a place like Mississippi.
He invented an imaginary county.
A place that looks a lot like Lafayette County, that he called Yaknapatawpha.
So, I got some people. Some I invented, others I created out of tales I learned. Thus, I improved on God.
He helped show other writers, like Ralph Ellison and Toni Morrison, that what they knew was worth writing about.
His brand of Southern Gothic speaks to all of the things that are bedeviling us now about race.
He is wrestling with his own identity as a Southerner, but there is no rendering of a white identity for Faulkner without involving Black people.
He gives that whole end of Sound and the Fury to Dilsey, a Black woman. I don't know if there are any other white writers who had as many Black characters.
Faulkner paid for my father to attend college with no strings attached.
When someone, particularly in New York, would start criticizing the South,
so you're the one the trouble begins with.
he would get very defensive, and he'd make statements like he would side with Robert E. Lee if he had to.
I can see the possible time when I shall have to leave my native state.
The combination between this need for belonging and this critical vision of Southern community, I think, is fascinating.
How you getting along? Just fine.
He's influenced by that whole idea of how this land was created.
Faulkner's reflecting on a set of problems that we still haven't solved because they're a legacy of slavery and the Civil War and Reconstruction. When we read Faulkner, we're reflecting on the way that we still haven't solved them.